For the vinyl community, this is Sean with another video. And for this video, I'm jumping on two vinyl threads, two vinyl tags from Mike from mgkboston. Uh, First one being about a month ago, he said to show some albums with heat in the, having to do with heat, the summer heat. And then the second video he did, which was not too long ago, a couple days ago, showed 10 albums with men with suits and ties. Mike on his video, I believe on this video you have to have not only the suit but also the tie. So I found a lot of records like this one from Translator where the man's wearing a suit but not necessarily a tie. It's the fashion, I guess, was not to wear a tie on a lot of these album covers. So he's got it buttoned up to the top. I found a lot like that one, or you know, the epithet or whatever you call it, with the thing in the top button, the big round thing with the string hanging down. I found some like the Brandos. I found one like that, and a couple other ones I saw. But anyway, Mike on his video, he was appeared in a suit and tie. He's dedicated to his channel. I definitely appreciate that, but I will not be following suit. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my 10 that I picked out. Mike from mgkboston. I just found out that MGK from Steve from All the World Stays, watching one of his videos not too long ago, stands for Machine Gun Kelly. So I'm learning tidbits as we go along here. So for the first video, or for the first album that I'll show, I've showed this when I was going through my collection alphabetically. This is Jackson Browne, Lawyers in Love, where Jackson is rowing his car, I guess, in floodwaters with the big moon in the background. So Joe Soms, from what I could tell, is the artist that painted this. So very nice artwork there. A 1980s suit with the brown suit there, and the 80s haircut with the horn-rimmed glasses, the thick glasses with the lens technology. Everything was thick, I guess, back in the 80s. And yeah, classic album cover from Jackson Browne would be my first selection. And sticking with the B's, I don't know if I showed Chuck Berry in my alphabetical collection because it is in my box set. I got a box set of Chuck Berry, and this one is Chuck Berry, More Great Chuck Berry, where he's got the nice bow tie there. And it's also got the same bow tie on the cover. And that's the album Chuck Berry, More Chuck Berry, a compilation, I suppose, or maybe not, maybe original studio record, I'm not sure, with power-packed plastic with a round of classics, A's and B's that flesh out the story of rock and roll poet laureate, a reminder of the radical impact of the full body of work. Okay, so that doesn't tell me anything, but I think it might be a compilation. But it's More Great Chuck Berry, and that's the second album I'll show with the bow tie there and the suit. All right, the third album I'll show is Bruce Hornsby and the Range. This is a Night on the Town 1990 release, and I believe that's Bruce. I'm not 100% sure, but it's definitely a formal affair. They're in a nightclub, and there's the band with bow ties as well in the background playing, and the tie matches the color of his shirt there, but he's wearing a tie on that one. So this, I believe the hit off this one is Across the River, maybe. I think this is the last album they had, and then after this album they kind of departed on styles. They went away from their sort of poppy, folky sound to a more jazzy type sound. But this is a really good album, I feel. A Night on the Town from Bruce Hornsby, and there's the back there. All right, so this is just a thread response. I'm not getting into like talking about the record that much, but my only jazz record is this Bill Evans Trio, and trying to get into jazz. I do enjoy the piano in this. I remember listening to it and enjoying it, and telling my wife that I quite liked it, and that you know, this is my entry into jazz. But then I proceeded not to play it again. So I just, maybe I'll get some Miles Davis just to mix it up a little bit with other instruments. But this is like I said, I enjoyed it a lot. This is 1960 release, and it's Portrait in Jazz, the Bill Evans Trio. And of course, Bill Evans wearing a nice suit and tie there. All right. And classic, iconic Billy Joel, 52nd Street cover. Billy's wearing the nice suit and tie there with the top button unclasped. Looking stylish with his clarinet, but he's wearing sneakers with his suit. He's, I guess that's a fashion that Billy's trying to convey, like a hipster type. I don't know. But anyway, so it's Billy Joel. He's also wearing a different suit, I believe, in the back there. Yeah, definitely a different suit in the back. So he's definitely going with the suit and tie theme for this record. I believe this was from what I read, it's in somewhere in Times Square where this cover was taken. And so yeah, Billy Joel, 52nd Street. It's got Big Shot, Honesty, just a lot of well-known songs on this very good album from Billy Joel. All right, and then the second and third album, I'm sorry, not second and third, but the next two albums I'll show is from Elton John, and the first one is Elton John, Ice on Fire. I have the Grail edition. I guess this was in a library where you could maybe had a listing room or something where you could maybe listen to the albums. It's got the Braille, so you could tell for the blind to pick out the album they want and play it. But this is this is On Fire, is the name of the record. Ice on Fire, I'm sorry. And this has got him with the bow tie, a nice suit there. And it looks like he's wearing the same bow tie in the back and the same suit with the top hat. And let me see, is it the same? Yeah, it's the same suit. But this one has Nikita on it. Overall, the album is not one of Elton's greatest, but still a good one to have, I guess, if you want to hear Nikita, maybe a couple other songs. But it's got a lot of 80s synth pop, which I love synth pop, but I don't think Elton John and synth pop go together necessarily. But that's Elton John, Ice on Fire. Okay, and for the next record, it's Elton John, A Single Man, and he's walking down the, I guess that's it's not his personal estate, it's, let me go back. It's actually, yeah, Long Walk, which is part of the Windsor Great Park in Berkshire. I believe you see this on a lot of the royal family, where the people line up, along the path before they get to the castle. And you see that oftentimes on the TV commentary. My wife and daughter are big time into the royal stuff. Me, not so much. I know that my wife and daughter went to the UK and to one of the, I'm not sure which one it was, but I think it was a wedding, and they somehow got close to the castle in the back and were able to see some amazing footage that they go crazy about. But that's Elton John, A Single Man. He's wearing a nice suit and tie there with overcoat. And I recently got this. I'm not sure how I feel about this one yet. I've kind of given it a couple listens. But anyway, Single Man from Elton John. And the next one I'll show is Paul Westerberg from The Replacements, his solo work, Eventually. I just looked at this on Discogs, and this might be the album that I have in my collection that's worth the most. I bought this when it first came out on vinyl. It's Eventually, and Paul with the nice, actually I think that he might not be wearing a tie. So anyway, oh, he's wearing a tie in the back. That's why it was. Okay, yeah, so he's definitely wearing a tie there in the back. And this is one of my favorite albums. I love like the old replacements, like the All Shook Down, Don't Tell a Soul. I love the later editions of the replacements. I love the new replacements. I'm sorry, the old replacements as well, like the Tim. Um, also, Sorry Ma, Don't Take Out the Trash, Hootenanny. I love all replacements, but really the later stuff, All Shook Down, I really enjoy that maybe even more. And this follows in that same vein. They say that All Shook Down is pretty much essentially a Paul Westerberg solo album, but I love it regardless. And this is Eventually, and this one's got Love Untold, These Are the Days. Just great songs all throughout this one, chock full of great songs. And it's Paul Westerberg's Eventually, 180 gram vinyl on the hype sticker, which doesn't give you much assurances as far as the quality of the sound, but anyway. A lot of my music that I collect is 90s reissues, and so I guess the sound quality isn't the best, but I still enjoy it. Anyway, so Tears for Fears is another one. I guess this is actually late 80s, but this is actually also a reissue, a great reissue from them. And both band members, Roland and Kurt, wearing the suit and tie there on the cover. And this has got Sowing the Seeds of Love, A Woman in Chains, Advice for the Young at Heart, Bad Man Song. This is just a classic Tears for Fears album. One of my favorites of all time for sure. With a nice gatefold there. And so that one. Okay, Thomas Dolby. This is my last one, and then I'll go into the Summer Heat one. Thomas Dolby, The Golden Age of Wireless, there on the cover. Great album here. Now this is good synth pop. It's one of the best synth pop albums of all time. And wearing a bow tie on the back there. Golden Age of Wireless, Thomas Dolby. All right. That album from Golden Age of Wireless was 1982. Tears for Fears, Seeds of Love was 89. Paul Westerberg Eventually was 1996, originally released. Elton John, Ice on Fire was a 1985 album. And Elton John, Single Man was 1978. All right, so now I'm gonna jump into my summer sweat. So Mike lives up north in the Northeast. So I lived all my life pretty much since high school in either Texas or Florida. So I'm like a reptile. I'm so used to the heat. It doesn't even bother me anymore. When I'm in the cold though, I have the opposite reaction. I just can't take it. At the same time, I love cool weather, but cold weather. Anyway, so Reveal is the first one. The album is Summer Turns to High. That's one I found that's, I think, definitely regarding summer heat. Let's see, I'll write down for this one. Mercury is Rising Still, Turn the Fan on High. Yeah, so that one definitely fits the bill for Mike's tag. Summer Turns to High from Reveal, REM. And this concludes my mandatory REM plug for my video. And that's REM Reveal. All right, some Simple Minds, Sparkle in the Rain. The one on this one is White Hot Day. On side 2 there is White Hot Day. I'm not sure if the lyrics talk about the summer heat or if it alludes to something else, but I'm picking it for this vinyl tag from MGK. All right, The Fix from Fix Phantoms, which is a very underrated album. I love this album to death. It's got Less Cities, More Moving People, Woman on a Train, Phantom Living, Are We Ourselves, just a great album from The Fix. And the one that deals with this vinyl tag is Sunshine in the Shade. The lyrics on this one say, yeah, sunshine warming the small on my back, and then it the chorus is sunshine in the shade. So even in the shade, the heat is just overbearing and not very takeable. So that's the fix, Phantoms. All right, and the last two here, kind of a stretch with this next one. Well, I'll do Bryan Adams first. Somebody may have already responded with Bryan Adams, or maybe a few people to Mike's tag, but Heat of the Night, of course, is a famous song off this one, along with, I guess that's the only one. Oh, Victim of Love, I think made it pretty good. It was a nice single off this one. And but Heat of the Night follows the vinyl tag for this one from Bryan Adams. And my only stretch on this one, I wanted to come up with at least 5. And so this one, the name of the song on this one is called, where is it? Oh, Radiation Ranch. It's about UFOs, about, what did I write down about this? But I imagine radiation could get pretty hot, so I put it on my, yeah, it says, it's kind of like UFOs and Skinwalker Ranch, from what I could tell in the lyrics. But Radiation Ranch, where it emits very hot radiation, is my last one I'll show. The Knife Feels Like Justice from Brian Setzer, and Rockabilly, and just a very good album that I enjoy a lot. And so that'll do it for this video. I think I'm at 86 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Maybe try to get me up to 100. Would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you could comment, if you want to comment, I'll leave a comment and I'll be sure to respond. Thumbs up would be appreciated, and thanks for watching this.